Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a really cool biological mystery, the surprisingly simple toolkit that life uses to build, well, everything. From the toughest insects out there to super adaptable amphibians, and yeah, even you and me.
So, let's just kick things off with a real head-scratcher. What on earth could a cockroach, a frog, and you possibly have in common? I know, it sounds like the beginning of a really weird joke, but the answer is one of the most amazing and fundamental principles of all animal life.
You see, the whole secret lies in just 4 fundamental types of tissues. The best way to think about them is like 4 essential fabrics that nature uses to weave every single animal on the planet.
And here they are, the big 4. First up, you've got epithelial tissue. Its job is to cover and protect things. Then there's connective tissue, which, you guessed it, connects and supports everything, giving it structure. Next is muscular tissue. That's the engine, right? It's built to move and contract. And finally, you have nervous tissue, which is the body's command and control, the communication network. And that's it, seriously. That's the entire toolkit.
Think about that. Every single organ, every system, from the simplest little creature to the most complex, is built from some combination of just these 4 materials. It's an unbelievably efficient system. So, let's see how this toolkit gets put to use in some very, very different ways. First up, let's talk about an animal that has absolutely mastered the art of survival, the cockroach. I mean, this creature is a straight-up marvel of biological engineering, and its reputation for toughness is, well, it's legendary for a reason.
So we all know cockroaches, right? They're pretty much everywhere, they'll eat anything, and they've got that classic hard chitinous exoskeleton. That's their armor, their first line of defense. But believe me, their incredible toughness goes way, way deeper than just an outer shell.
Which brings us to this absolutely wild fact. A cockroach can keep on living for up to a week without its head. It can still move, still react to touch, just no head. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. How? How is that even remotely possible? For us, that's instantly lights out. So what's the cockroach's secret? Well, it all comes down to how it uses its nervous tissue. You see, unlike us, a cockroach has what's called a decentralized nervous system. Instead of having one main brain in its head that controls everything, it has bundles of nerve tissue, kind of like mini brains, spread all along its body. These control basic things like moving its legs. So yeah, the head's important, but it's not the be-all and end-all for survival.
Okay, so that's the cockroach. Now let's completely shift gears and see how that exact same toolkit builds a totally different animal, the frog. The tools are identical, but the blueprints, they couldn't be more different.
And this is where it gets really fascinating. The cockroach uses its tissues to build a fortress, a hard suit of armor. The frog uses the same basic materials to create the total opposite, a soft, moist, permeable skin. One is a barrier against the world, the other is a living, breathing interface with it. In fact, that skin is so specialized that a frog never actually needs to drink water. It just absorbs it right through its skin. It's a brilliant adaptation, all thanks to how it uses its epithelial tissue.
So here you can see the whole toolkit coming together. The epithelial tissue makes that amazing skin that can actually breathe. The muscular tissue gives it those powerful legs for jumping. Connective tissues like blood move nutrients around efficiently. And its nervous tissue is all centralized in a brain, just like ours, coordinating everything. The same 4 fabrics, but woven into a completely different animal.
So what's the big picture here? What's the major takeaway? When you put these 2 creatures side by side, you start to see this beautiful underlying principle that governs the entire animal kingdom.
As the source material puts it so well, these basic tissues get together to form organs, and then those organs team up to form organ systems. It's a totally modular design. It's like having just a few types of Lego bricks, but being able to build an entire city. Take a look at this. This is a neuron. It's the fundamental building block of nervous tissue. This one type of cell is what makes up both the cockroach's distributed network and the frog's central brain. And now look at this. This is epithelial tissue. That's the fabric for covering things. It's the exact same type of material that creates the cockroach's tough armor and the frog's soft, absorbent skin. And that is the crucial point. The incredible diversity of animal life doesn't come from having millions of different parts. It comes from evolution getting incredibly creative with arranging the same 4 universal parts in new and genius ways. Which brings us all the way back to the start. What do a cockroach, a frog, and you have in common? This.
This shared blueprint, this fundamental toolkit, is the thread that connects all of us.
And if you want a perfect example, you don't have to look any further than your own body. Take your heart. It's a masterpiece built from all 4 tissue types working in perfect harmony. You've got muscle tissue pumping, nervous tissue setting the rhythm, connective tissue giving it structure, and epithelial tissue lining the chambers. It's the ultimate team effort.
And that leaves us with one final, big thought to chew on. If these 4 simple fabrics can be woven into something as indestructible as a cockroach, as adaptable as a frog, and as complex as a human heart, then what are the real limits to life's design? What else is possible with this universal toolkit?